Hello Knights, thanks for joining us. I'm Jenna Ehrlich and today is Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Here's your nightly news update. Globally, there is over 33.5 million confirmed cases of COVID-19 and still over 1 million confirmed deaths. Nationally, the U.S. has just under 7.2 million confirmed cases of the virus and over 206,000 deaths as reported by Johns Hopkins University. Florida health officials are reporting 3,266 new COVID cases and 106 confirmed deaths. Locally, Orange County is still reporting just over 40,000 positive cases, and the death toll is still just under 450. Last night was the first presidential debate of the 2020 election season. President Donald Trump and Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden discussed an array of topics: the coronavirus pandemic, the Supreme Court Justice nominee, and the economy being the main points of the evening. Both candidates will meet again on October 15th for the second presidential debate in Miami. Felons in Florida are fighting for the right to vote with just 2 months until Election Day. This comes after the 11th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that all felons in Florida must pay all legal fees, restitutions, and other fines before regaining their right to vote. This ruling directly affects over 1.4 million Floridians, with nearly 800,000 former felons unable to pay back these fees. Jason Feronzek, the program coordinator of the Florida Prison Education Project, says that being a felon does not equate to being a bad person.
That proved to me twofold: that I'm capable and that anybody inside is capable and willing to do better themselves. We don't need to continually punish people.
Feronzek points out that the past elections in Florida have been decided by far fewer votes than those affected by the ruling, and that this election could be no different. Organizations like the Florida Rights Restitution Coalition are actively raising money to help the former felons, with the FRRC raising millions of dollars in efforts to pay off these fees in time for the election. Isolation rooms are now in place for students who live on campus that test positive for COVID-19 through UCF Health Services. Nightly News reporter John Whitley tells us how this system is impacting those who live on campus.
The UCF Housing and Residence Life website states that students in isolation rooms may not leave for anything less than an emergency until they are told that it is safe. Ketty Dones, a freshman advertising and public relations major at UCF, spent 10 days in an isolation room as she did not want to risk returning home and infecting her parents. She expressed that isolation is a challenging experience.
I just feel like I was there for months and it was only 10 days. So mentally, it does really impact you, and it's just you really want to get out of there.
Doan said that while she does feel the experience challenged her, she does think the rooms are a necessity. UCF Housing and Residence Life website states that students acknowledged an addendum to their housing agreement with the COVID-19 outlines. Failure to comply with this addendum results in termination of their housing contract. Dones feels there is room for improvement in the isolation experience.
Actually enforce things and check up on your students, how we're doing mentally. Do they not think that 10 days in a room alone isn't gonna
Dones said that during the 10 days in her isolation room, they did not check up on her or deliver her water.
I'm doing my part in saving the school and the community and all that, but then the school doesn't do their part in basically just checking up on me.
In Orlando, John Whitley, UCF Knightly News.
Isolation rooms are expected to stay in place until the end of the fall semester. And now let's look at today's weather forecast. The high today is 79 degrees with partly sunny skies throughout the day and a 0% chance of rain. Tonight, the weather will get a bit chilly with the low being 65 degrees and a 10% chance of rain. As for tomorrow, the high is 84 degrees with mostly sunny skies and a 10% chance of rain, so you may want to spend the first day of October outdoors. Now here's our international correspondent, Patricia Simon, with an update from Spain.
I'm Patricia Simon, your nightly news correspondent in Spain. The Erasmus program is usually the vessel students use to study abroad. However, COVID-19 is erasing the Erasmus program Spanish students are familiar with. Officials from the Spanish Service for the Internalization of the Education say that new pandemic regulations are causing a 30% decrease in programs enrollment. Erasmus Online now allows students to travel through their screen and to study in another European university while studying in Spain. Now back to Orlando for some more nightly news.
The statewide eviction and foreclosure moratorium is set to expire tomorrow. Governor Ron DeSantis announced this week that Florida is moving into Phase 3, but did not mention anything about extending the program. Representative Anna Escamani tweeted today that she sent a letter to the governor about the issue. The moratorium protects tenants from being evicted due to lack of income due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. That's all the time we have for now. Make sure to keep up with all that's happening throughout the week by following us on Twitter at UCF Knightly, and make sure to check back here tomorrow for another nightly news update. Thanks for watching and have a great day.